Hello and welcome to Maggie's Fun Time. This is Magzie, and we are back here on World of Warcraft. Magzie the Mage helped save Shinsenzu last episode, and we took this balloon here to ally ourselves with the allies, leaving Firepaw to do his thing over on the Horde side. Dun dun dun. So, we get here and we decided we needed to go ahead and speak to King Vern at Stormwind Keep. So we're going to head that way. Then these guys will just follow you. And if I'm not mistaken, until you actually go talk to the king, you don't actually get to be an ally. So probably best to go ahead and talk to him first. And then I think, guys, after we do this, I might take a cut a break in it and queue up for a dungeon, and then I'll come back when the dungeon queues. So that's the way that'll work. So hope everybody's doing all right today. It's funny because there's a guy right here. If you somewhere there's right here. I don't know what this guy's here for, but he's always standing there. If anybody knows, post in the comments so other people know. I kind of wish I was a monk now because I could do my roll thing. Roll with it. My wife's my wife's coming home now from the store. What's the light? So they're from Vidura. They don't know none of the history or anything, so they don't know about the light or anything like that.
I am Varian, but I am also Logosh.
So the king wants us to walk with him
Never
and
again will our kingdom be
talk.
deceived. Walk with me, all three of you. I understand you want to join the Alliance. Well, we always have need of allies. I'd be a fool to turn you away, especially at a time of war. But there are a number of things I need to make clear to you.
Yes, go on.
I'm gonna stay quiet while they do this little sentiment thing right here.
First, the races of the Alliance look out for one another. You are expected to provide aid to Alliance members in need, whether they be human, gnome, Draenei, or Pandaren like yourselves. It is a simple guideline, but a meaningful one. Do you understand?
Yes,
Certainly.
sir.
Good, because that brings me to my second point. Not all Pandaren have chosen the same path as you three. Some have sided with the Horde. They, along with the other barbarian clans of the Horde, are your new enemies. Those who you once considered friends. or even those you might have loved, are now your sworn adversaries. I am deeply sorry. But the battle lines have been drawn. I will not tolerate any fraternizing with the enemy, as you could expose our alliance to danger. Do I make myself clear?
Yes,
Of course.
of course.
So now we turn this in.
Stormwind. Very well. We are nearly finished. Very few people know this, but I was once a pit fighter myself. A gladiator for the Horde's amusement. So I know a thing or two about martial combat.
Just a thing or two.
Now, Pandaren, let's see what you've got.
And my wife's giving me an invite to the guild, so I'm actually here now. Your objective here is to actually hit him.
Let's have it.
So,
What's the matter? You'll have to do better than that.
you can try to stick with your rotation.
You're not going to hurt your new king. That spell is not ready yet.
Come on, Pandaren, hit me!
There we go. Oh, and it was a pyroblast to hit. That's pretty cool. It's just random, as far as I know. Just random. Whenever you hit him.
I haven't felt like this in years. Don't worry, my new friend. I've been in worse scraps than this. A fighting spirit like yours is welcome in the Alliance. Now, let's get to business.
Stormwind honors your service to the Alliance. Our struggles are far from over.
And it says the Redwood. I've hardly ever been
Serve
intro over
with
there. We
honor.
usually do a dungeon or two till we hit 20 and then go over to the Darkwood Forest. So I think that's what we'll do this time. Is just skip to the Darkwood Forest. And let me go ahead and queue up for a dungeon, and then I'll come back when we're actually either in the dungeon or it's queued for us to enter. So I'll be right back, guys. Hello, guys. I'm back. I wasn't 15 yet, so I went and did a few quests to hit 15. I did hit 15, so I'm going to go over this, and then I'm going to go over these add-ons you see on my screen. A few little things that I like to play with that I think are... They're not essential to playing, but for me they are, if you know what I mean. So here, I hit 15. You have three choices here. You have Effervescence. Fade into the Nether, avoiding all attacks against you for 3 seconds. Castable while another spell is in progress and unaffected by global cooldowns. And so even if all your spells are on a global cooldown, you can still use this. Okay. So what happens is when you cast one spell and then you go to cast another spell, there'll be a little cooldown in between those spells. That's what that means. Blazing Speed. Suppress movement slowing effects and increase your movement speed by 150% for 1.5 seconds. Castable while another spell is in progress and unaffected by global cooldowns. Now what this basically does is it's a get out of jail free card basically for Minecraft. World of Warcraft. If it's more of a PvP thing than anything else, but it can be useful in boss fights and stuff like that. Basically, if anything that slows or stuns you or anything like this should take off there. You can also blink out of stuns unless you get the things. You can pop your blink off and then pop your blazing speed off to get away from the enemy. It's pretty cool. Ice flows. Your next mage spell can be cast while moving. Castable while another spell is in progress and unaffected by global cooldowns, and it has a maximum of 3 charges. So you'll get charges on this, and you can pop it off. I don't know if you get charges on this. I think you can use it 3 times. This is the way it works. I don't use this too often. It does have a 20-second cooldown, but you are able to use whatever spell you're casting that is casting, not channel, but casting spell. You can cast while you're moving. This can be useful a lot in PvE. But since I'm going Fire Mage, if I'm moving, I can just use my I'll show you what it is. So for Fire Mage, this isn't that useful. It is useful for either Frost or Arcane. So, but we're going to go with Blazing Speed just because that'll be cool for a Fire Mage. And it puts it on our bar. We don't need it down here because we only need to click on it when we actually need to use it. And let me just show you what it does. So, yeah. So that short burst right there, and then it is on a 25-second cooldown. So that's cool, right there. So that's those. I am going to move both my ice block and my silence up here on the top because I don't need them down there. It's just something I want to click on whenever I need it. You can actually just like shift or alt number these to where you just press the shift or alt key to activate them. You can do that. I don't do that. You will you will be able to cast these faster if you do that, but I don't do that. So if you're in a raid, and if you're going for raid spec, which means you're going to be raiding at max level, you probably want to go ahead and get used to binding these to the alt and shift keys and whatever. And also, if you have those special mouses that have the extra buttons on there, you can put some of them on there too. So especially silence kind of thing. I do like my blink on my bar, so I leave that on there. Quickening Palm is a good move. We can put this up here too. Let's put it here, and then we'll switch Ice Block. Strikes the target with lightning speed, incapacitating them for 4 seconds, and turns off your attacks. So you can combine this, and this one all at one time. So you can pop this off, then pop your blink to get out any movement or stuns and binds, and then pop Blazing Speed to get out of the way. And then when you get high enough level, you'll get invisibility. And after you do this one right here, you can pop invisibility and you'll be gone. They won't be able to find you. Especially if you choose greater invisibility. Now, greater invisibility is right here. It works like invisibility. It makes you untargetable for 20 seconds, removes all threat and 2 damage over time effects. Because even if you go invisible with your regular invisibility, if you have a damage over time effect on you, it will, when it ticks, it will take you out of invisibility. Also, any kind of damage will take you out of invisibility too. So, with the greater invisibility, it's much better. Plus, the rest of these two aren't really that great. Categorize, it's okay, but it requires you to fall below a threshold. Like, you know, it requires you to die, and then maybe it'll work. So, nah, I don't like that one. Yeah. If you're relying on categorize a lot, you probably spec wrong. It's supposed to be one of those things where you, in case shit happens, basically. Excuse my French. In case shit happens, that's what that's for. But these other two are just more useful, flat out. Being able to be untargetable for 20 seconds, and taking 2 damage effects off of you, damage over time effects, and you reduce damage taken by 90% for 3 seconds. Much better. Cold Snap is a really, really good one. Cold Snap immediately resets all your Ice Block, Dragon's Breath, Frost Snow. It's more for Frost Mages than anything else. Although you can use most of those on yourself, and it also heals you. So mind you that I added that in there. So it does actually heal you for health. And you can use it when you don't have control of your character. So, but for me, greater invisibility, number 1. So that's where I stand on that. Okay, first thing you'll see is this right here. This is called Heal 'em. Right click on here and go to Heal 'em configuration screen. You can have up to 15 buttons. Now what this does is you can actually go down here and you can set spells to the buttons here. Now, any kind of buff or anything you want to use on the party, you can actually put it on here. Now, if it's targetable, say you have a heal spell, you can pop it on here, and it'll, since we have party mode. Now let me show you. It is configurable, so you can go to party, you can show me, you can show pets, you can show just your friends in the party, which is pretty cool. You can show just the tanks. You can show the entire raid group up to 40 man, which I don't think they actually have 40 man raids anymore. I don't think they do. But if they do, it's on here. The windows will be pretty big, so you'll have to go into your configuration and set them up to where the windows are a little bit lower. It can block up your screen a little bit. So the coolest thing is to only show tanks in a raid. If you are the tank healer, that's awesome, because you can just set it to show only tanks, and then you can use your little window over here if you need emergency heals or something like that. So it's cool. Anyway, once you set buttons up here, you hit that button, and I'll show you inside the dungeon what I'm talking about. It'll list your entire party here, and then you go over and select the button next to the person, and it automatically targets that person and casts that spell. Yeah. If they are out of range, it'll show you on your little thing that they're out of range. Also, this does scan the party, and if you have, like, the mages have a dispel ability. What level do you get that? Remove curse. Say if I remove curse on here, I put it on this bar, it'll scan when somebody has on curse on that you can remove, and it'll give you a little chime, which you can set the different chime that you want inside the configuration window. My wife's over here whispering about the healing effects. It'll chime when you can actually, and it'll highlight that, and it also highlight the person that has the actual effect on them. So that's cool. Something cool. The ones I like to put on here is remove curse, slow fall, arcane brilliance. I always put on there. I always put them on invisibility on this bar, just because I click on this more than I do the ones down here. So it's good on here. I like to have it on there. It's just my personal opinion. Amplify magic might be a good one to put on there. Although some of my stuff, like I'll put time warp on here, but really you could put time warp on your bottom bar here because it affects all party members and raid members. You don't have to actually target it, so you just need to click it. Yeah. So you might want to just put your targetable stuff on here. If you're going like priest or healer or somebody who likes to buff a lot or something like that, you might want to only put targetables on here and then put stuff that affects all the members here. For example, if you're a druid healer, there's a little move that casts an AoE heal on the person that you target with that one. So that's something you'll want to put on the party. As they took that out. Well, it used to be that way. The druids used to have that ability, and what you would want to do is put it on here, and then you click on the person you want to have the AoE. Also, it will show in red when people have aggro too. So, cool little add-on. If you're going healing, there's two add-ons you use for healing. One of them, you can heal free. You can heal freehand, what they call, and the F1 through F5 keys are for your particular party, and it'll target each one of those when you press the button, and then you can cast your spells from the bar here. Or you can use your spells and then target them on the side here. You can actually move these windows. I've showed this in previous videos. You can actually move these windows. You can unlock them right here and move them wherever you want. So I'm going to unlock this real quick and I'll show you. You can move this around the board wherever you want. So I'm going to lock that back into place. You can also unlock the targeting window here and move it as far as I know. Hey, get these dragons out of the way. Come on, guys. I'm trying to record here. If we don't get to do a dungeon today, guys, I'll probably go ahead and do a dungeon tomorrow. It's usually my Minecraft one, but dorks. Um, all the funny people hang out in Goldshire, so this is where they come to do PvP battles and like I say PvP, but it's like duels and stuff. Yeah. But be careful because Horde like to raid this part too. So if you're doing a PvP battle and you're in PvP, I mean if you're doing a duel and you're in PvP, they will kill you while you're in a duel. So whether it's Horde or Alliance, the PvP people don't have any honor unless they are like the pros that do like the arenas and stuff. Those guys are usually pretty cool about stuff. But just the guys that just do PvP to have fun, yeah. Probably have some problems with those guys. And I've posted some videos on those kind of guys. So some of the PvP people who have honor, most of them, no. Yeah, no. So there's that one. Recount, guys. I'm going to move this up to here. You can expand this and lower it. If you hit this little button here, it gives you a configuration window. You can change what data is actually collected. You can change whether you want the DPS to actually include the pets. You can choose whether you want absorptions and to be put in with heals and absorptions put in the damage. You can choose whether to delete your group's data or anything like that. Oh my god, come on, guys. Dang. So, there's that. The type of instances. You can go to Windows and you can completely customize this window. You can scale it to where it's bigger or smaller. You can customize the rows and spacings between them. You can increase the spacings a little bit. Sorry guys, my wife's getting a call. Hold on a minute. So we're back. You increase the spacing in between each one. You can't see it here because I don't have but one person in my group. You can increase the size of the row. That kind of stuff. You can lock the window to where it stays in one place. And all this other stuff. You can change the appearance. So you can change the text. So you can put, say, if you like I like the Porky one. That shows up like that. And you can change the colors. And then you just click on each one you want to change and it'll change that one. So say I wanted a green bar. You can come in here and just hit that. And we'll move this one to the same color. See? It changes all that stuff. That's cool. And you can change each individual color to customize your screen there. So that's cool. You can also reset the colors back to what you want. Green's fine with me. I usually do this down here because there's not too many things that come down here. Now, there are different modes on this thing, okay? And there's actually a couple of add-ons that if you're a tank you'll want to get. There's an add-on that actually collects the data of taunting. I don't know if it's upgraded to the newest patch version, but it's really, really awesome. It'll show up who is taunting. And then, like, if you're in a dungeon and say the hunter or the lock keeps their pets taunts on all the time and they keep telling you they're not taunting, you can actually post the recount data for taunts into the chat window and say, hey, look here, right here, you taunted. This is how many times you taunted. This is all the people you taunted on. It's really cool. Also, if you have a healer that's not healing, healing done shows you the healing that particular person does, but you can actually the healing taken. Okay, this is healing received. Okay, and you can actually show per battle who's healed and who hasn't healed. So you can actually show per battle or overall. All right. Now, by default, it only shows 5 battles. I have it set to the 5 highest DPS battles, but you can go into your configuration window under data, and you can increase somehow. You can increase the amount of battles in here in the configuration window. I don't remember where to do it at, but you can come in here and you can configure how many battles it calculates out for. I usually set mine to 25, but you have to reset it per thing, or you can save and you can load the data up from one of your other characters. So that's cool. So that's that. If you click this on, it'll actually show the server name here beside it. So if I click that on right there, when I come in here, it'll show not me, but it'll show the server name for people on here. I want to turn that off because I don't want to get in trouble showing anybody's server names. There we go. I also like to keep on the actual damage and the percent. So, okay. So, guys. One more thing. 2 more things actually. If you hit B, it'll bring up all your bags. This is an add-on called One Bag. It is always updated to the newest version, and it combines all your bags into one open window. I don't know why we have to show individual ones. Now, I do have a sorting add-on too. Now, if I hit this button here, it'll sort using WoW's little sorting method, and you can customize that. But you can come into, I have one called Bank Stack, and if you hit /sort, it will sort your bags. It'll put them based on soulbound, non-soulbound, bind to and equip stuff, and then mats, and then regular stuff, and then this kind of stuff. And then at the end, it'll put all the stuff you want to sell at the end, like this gray and white, gray stuff. The white stuff will get put in the middle, which is kind of annoying. The good thing about this is it sorts it a whole lot better than this one does. And you can customize WoW's ones in the options menu, but I like this one better. And not only that, you can sort your banks. You can sort your guild banks. You can sort individual tabs. You can sort your whole thing. Once you customize your bank stack up, and I believe you can save that and load it in, the settings in. I'm not sure about that. You can sort each individual tab in your bank by that. And if you go over here, this is the bank stack button. It's on your little mini map. Also, my buttons are hiding over here. There we go. So bank stack is here, and when you click on this button here, based on what it tells you there, it'll sort the different types of stuff. So if I want my bags sorted and I don't feel like typing it in, or I can't type it in, I can just hit that button real quick. So let me show you. And you just hit this button. So that's cool. I do have Gather on. This one is awesome. Okay, now if you are running a guild, it collects. What Gather does is collects gathering spots from around the map. Okay. This does share data, so if anybody else in the guild that has Gatherer add-on, it will share the data through your guild. It will transmit data to this Gatherer through the game to your Gatherer and show the spots on your map when you go to that area. So if I'm in Goldshire, pilly parting around, and one of my guild mates has Gatherer and is actually gathering in Pandoria, then it will pop up on here where those gather spots are when I get over to there, so it'll save them. But this does save to your system, so just let you know that. If you come down to here, I believe it shows you add-on memory down here. Okay. I do have a few other things. Altaholic, whenever you log into a tune, it shows you your data and stuff, and you can actually search all your characters through this little window here. So if I wanted to know, say, any armor that I have that is heirlooms on any of my tunes, on any of my realms, I can just hit search for those. And if they have any, and it'll pop up all the heirlooms that you have on any of your tunes. And you can search everything. You can search per character. Looks like it's not working right now. I don't think it's fully upgraded, so we're going to close that out. It will be. They always upgrade this to the next patch level, so. And the last time I checked it was. I also have a couple of UIs. I don't like to use them though. I used to use it to default for now. The one I really liked isn't upgraded to the newest level. Some of the other ones glitch up on the talent window. So if you have your talent set and you don't want to change them, you can go out, but it won't let you change the glyphs sometimes on those UIs. So I just leave them off. It's easier. So guys, that's a pretty good amount of time. I think we'll just wait on our dungeon till tomorrow, and I'll do a dungeon run or two with my wife. See if I can get her on a level 20 or something, and we'll run some dungeons. Run a couple dungeons maybe on camera. So if you like this episode, make sure you smack that like button. If you subscribe to my channel, I'll send you notifications when I have new videos out, and you can come check them out and see if you like them. If you do like this episode, you want to share it with your friends, tell them how much you like. There's a share tab down below. Click on the share tab, copy the link, post it on your Facebook, Twitter, wherever you do social media at. If you do add on these add-ons, they are on the Curse client. A Curse client is a client that you can download from curse.com. It will scan your computer for any game that they actually are authorized to download mods into the game for, and it'll show those in a tab on your screen, and you can click on the individual games, and then you can search through the mods and put them in there. Not every mod on that list is authorized to be used in WoW, so you want to be careful. You want to actually search up the mods to make sure they're actually usable in the game. Any mod that actually turns a character into a bot is not usable. Okay, just let you know that. Other than that, they do have certain rules for mods. You might want to go check those out if you're going to be using any kind of mod in your game. And they do scan your computer for mods, and it is logged in on their computers. So just be mindful of that. And guys, if there's a mod that you want me to try, leave it in the comments and I'll look it up. Mind you, I do not manually install mods into my game. I leave that up to Curse. So if it's not on Curse, probably won't use it. I gotta keep up the integrity of my game and my PC. So mindful of that. Also, you can deal with your mods here in the screen. Never have this selected. It's selected now because I loaded these in while I was playing, but you always want to leave these off. And all of these that say it'll show you when a mod is out of date, and it's better to leave those off. Okay. And they just did a patch, so some of the mods still need to be updated. And the mods are done by players, volunteer players. So give them time, guys. They're people that have jobs and everything like regular people. So sometimes it'll take them a while to update, but they'll get it updated, and then you'll be able to use your mod again. And I think that's about it, guys. I'll see you guys next time.